Hey guys, welcome back to Just a Geek in the Garage. I was finally able to get my hands on the parking lot sale flyer for the upcoming parking lot sale starting on October 6th through the 9th for ITC members and starting October 10th through the 12th for everybody else. I actually got my hands on this flyer yesterday and I don't know what I did with it. I threw it away. I went back to a different Harbor Freight to try to pick it up and they said that they were not out yet. So I think the Harbor Freight that I got it from put it out early. Again, I'm not sure. I know there's other videos about this one, but just wanted to kind of go over some things that I think we should be looking at and some things that I would skip from the sale. So, up here we got kind of the usual suspects. We got, some cutoff wheels. We got the angle grinder that's always on sale. For me, whenever we're looking at things that are $20 or under, unless it's 30% off, I usually kind of skip it for the parking lot sales. That's just me personally, just because they always have those sales of, up to 5 items, where you can get 30% off for things that are under 20, especially if you're an Inside Track member. So that's kind of my go-to percentage. If I see anything that's less than 30% and it's a fairly cheap item, I typically skip it. So we got, gloves up here. We got the step bits and impact drive sockets. These ones are a pretty good deal. I have these ones. They've treated me very, very well, and at 37% off, I think it's a pretty good deal. But kind of the stars of the show are going to be these big guys right here. So 20% off of carts and cabinets, I think is a great deal. I'm not sure if this is going to include the top pieces as well, because I've been kind of looking for one. I have the 56-inch US General, and I wouldn't mind getting the top drawers for it, but we'll see if that's included or not. But either way, for the 5-drawer cart, it's not that great of a deal, but for the larger carts down there, I think it is. 25% off of all corded power tools. If you're still using power tools, not a bad deal. This, I think, is going to be a great sale. 35% off of all pliers and screwdrivers from pretty much all of their brands: Bremen, Doyle, Icon, Pittsburgh, and Quinn. Great time to stock up on Icon pliers. I know they had the 35% off not that long ago. And then 50% off of all Thunderbolt batteries. Personally, I kind of skip these. I've used them in the past. I'm never too impressed by them. I end up going with kind of the Kirkland brand batteries. Personally, those tend to treat me very well. Over here, got a few different things that I don't have a lot of experience with. We got the winch, we got the auger, and then this particular welder. Down here, we got the Predator generator, the inverter generator, and the paint sprayer. Sorry about that. And then this right here, the Pittsburgh low profile jack. This is actually a great jack. I actually had this for a while. At $99, it is a really good deal. It used to always be at $99, and they kind of went up in price, and then now it's kind of coming back to down here for sale pricing. I would definitely look at this one. The only reason I would skip this is if you can find the Daytona 3-ton low profile for the same price, which they sometimes will run at $99.99. And that one's a great one. Plus, it has a few different color options, where this one only comes in the slate gray. But, it's a very, very nice floor jack nonetheless. And again, down here, you got some more of your kind of usual suspects, lantern, moving blankets. This one they always give away for free, so I usually wait for that to happen. You have these the dollies, and then these wrench sets as well. All right, so next up, let's go to the inside here. Give me a second. Let me just fold it in a way that makes it easier for us. And then we can kind of continue on. Here we go. So up here, again, more usual suspects. You got the multifunction multimeter. I have these. I have like 5 or 6 of these, everywhere. They do actually work. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. And, instead of spending a ton of money, they're great if you're looking at just, things like voltage, ohms, things like that. You got, the drill bit sets, glue, their gloves that are always on sale. Ironically, I just did a video on these gloves, which are not Harbor Freight for once. Go back and look at that if you have a chance. But they got 50% off of their gloves. It's a great deal to kind of stock up. That's usually when I used to stock up on these. And I might look at actually these 9mm black ones as a use case for certain things that I do. Moving on down, we got a couple more winches. The Badlands, jack. 30% off of all Daytona ratcheting jack stands. These I usually wait until they go on sale for about $29.99. That's when I picked mine up. So this is not as good of a deal as it could be. We got a few battery charger maintainer, got a power bank, tire inflator, the 2-ton floor jack. Honestly, for $10 more, I'd rather go with the one on the front that is $99.99. A couple welders. And then we got the modular welding table. I have the fold-up one that's a little bit cheaper than this one, but this one seems like a pretty decent deal. Ball joint service kit by Maddox. Welder and a welding cart. I know they're going to have some welding carts for pretty cheap here in their 10 days of deals. Got the welding helmet, trailer light kit, and again, more of the usual suspects down here. Usually for me, I tend to get the microfiber when they're giving them out for free, things like that. We got the the floor mats, we got the dolly, we got the bag. That usually actually goes for even cheaper than that. Okay, next up, let's go to the other inside page. The pick set's always $1. Electrical tapes usually around that pricing. Same thing, weatherproof case, 33% off. We got this gravity-fed air spray gun, which I actually have heard a lot of good things on. And then you got this accessory kit, which is not that great. You can usually get a better one. I've tried it. If you use air, which I don't anymore. I have this guy right here that I used to use, but I use power for pretty much everything. But we got some compressors here. We got some generators. And more compressors. Got a solar panel, a chipper, shredder. Again, these things I don't have too much experience on. Got their basic kind of tool set. Good little set for the house for someone. Would be good for a housewarming for a kid or something like that. The earthquake impact, which I hear a lot of good things about. Couple of chainsaws. I actually have this pressure washer, and I believe I got it when it was around this price. I've had it for about 2.5, 3 years. I don't treat it that well because I store it outside, so the green has faded quite a bit, but it still works just as well as it did on day one, and does a really good job cleaning concrete, cleaning wood. You just got to be careful with the pressure sometimes, because if you're doing wood, sometimes it can take the paint off. Sorry if there's a fly kind of flying in here. You got this tarp, and then you got, again, more usual suspects down here. You got the wheel. You got the safety glasses that are always on sale for $1. These are the microfiber cloths I was talking about, but a lot of times you can get these things for free. These hammers are always going on sale for that price. And then the magnetic tool holder for $184 is a good deal if you need some. But again, those go for free a lot of the times as well. And then now let's move on to the back side. All right, got again, these are things that are kind of always on sale. Got the American flag, got the parts tray, the wheel stopper here. We got the socket driver set, which this is a pretty good deal if you need that. We got the glove holder, which I have a couple of these, and then here we got some Hercules power tools. Got their table saw, their band saw, their surface conditioning tool, and their planer. And then here we got the shop press. I hear that the shop presses from Harbor Freight are actually very, very good. Got a shop crane, got an ultrasonic parts cleaner. I've been wanting to kind of try one of these things out. I've been waiting for a decent sale. I'm not sure if I'll go with this guy or look at a different brand. These creepers a lot of times will go on sale for actually $19.99. While this is a pretty good deal at $24.99, sometimes you can get it for a little bit cheaper. Moving on down, we got the Bauer cordless nailer. I do have some experience with the 20-volt cordless Bauer. For the most part, I've been pretty happy with it. I haven't used their nailer, but yeah, it seems like a decent deal. These things will save you a lot of time versus having to do things manually. I got the multi-spline screw extractor set. This one, I'm not sure. It's not saying. Is this the Icon? I believe this is the Icon one. If this is the Icon one, I have this one, and this is actually a great little set and not a bad deal at 31% off. I got the diagnostic scanner, right here. Although they were doing they're doing a sale on the scanners that are going to be a little bit cheaper right now. Got the shop stool, the steam cleaner at 50% off. This I'm actually probably going to pick up. You know, I've been looking at that thing, and for half price, I don't think you can beat it. These things are kind of always on sale. This light, you know, this shelf, the workbench and the Apache cases. Some more gloves down here, and again, more things that are kind of just always on sale. So, and actually, I have these lights. I think I picked them up when they were around $8 as well. They work really, really well nighttime when I'm taking out the trash, stuff like that. So, you know, this is their upcoming sale. Again, let me kind of go back to the first page because this is kind of the main event here. So again, October 6th through the 9th if you're ITC, starting October 10th, then through the 12th if for everybody else. But, you know, the ones that I think what's probably going to go very, very quickly is going to be the pliers and screwdrivers at 35% off. Very hard to beat that. You know, every once in a while we might see up to 40%, but, you know, when things are 35%, it's usually a great time to pick this up. And, you know, so tell me what do you guys think? What from here would you guys look at picking up, and what would you skip? Again, my main kind of suggestion is anything that's 20 bucks or less, I would wait until it's at least 30% off, if not more. If it's less than 30% off, it's not usually that great of a deal. So thank you guys very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.